My name is Anuj Gupta. Our company name is Tag Investments. We are into the insurance broking domain from the last 15 years now. So we are a private limited company. When we say we are an insurance broker, so we don't represent a particular company like what an agent does. We give you, you can say, a one-stop solution from multiple insurance companies. Today's topic is health insurance. So we'll just start with a short story of say 1 to 2 minutes, and then we'll get started. So the story goes like, and I might speak a little bit in Hindi because sometimes we do tend to use some words in Hindi, so please bear with me on that front. So the story goes like, there was a man who had lots and lots of money. उसके पास बहुत सारा पैसा था, and he goes to a Babaji. वो बाबाजी के पास जाता है और वो he says that Babaji, I have lots and lots of money, but I don't have peace of mind. मेरे पास peace of mind नहीं है, मेरे पास पैसा है. And he carries a bag with him, and he says, Babaji, ये आप रख लो. You can keep this money, but give me peace of mind. Tell me how to get peace of mind. So the Babaji says that, see, I am a Babaji, so I cannot keep this money. I also don't work for money. I don't have money pleasures. So you keep this money, but I will tell you remedies how you can get peace of mind. So he says, go do yoga, take a break from office, and enjoy your life. You will get peace of mind. So the man, he goes back home. He starts doing yoga. He starts going out for vacations. But 5, 10, 15 days passes by, but he does not get peace of mind. So he says, okay, fine, this Babaji did not work for me. Let me take a second opinion. You guys all are from the medical fraternity. So he goes to the next Babaji, and he says, again with the bag full of money, he had lots of money, but he did not have peace of mind. He narrates the same story to the Babaji, Babaji, I have a lot of money, but I don't have peace of mind. So the Babaji says, probably for peace of mind, I will not keep this money, but I will give you a mantra which is do charity. जाओ charity करो. तो वो जाता है, charity करता है, दाना मतलब चिड़ियों को दाना खिलाता है, कुत्तों को खाना खिलाता है. But after 10-15 days, again he does not find peace of mind. And then he goes to the third, fourth, fifth for second, third, fourth, fifth opinion, but he does not get peace of mind. Then he finds the main Babaji. He finds a main Babaji that he is sitting on top of the hill. So he goes to the main Babaji and he says, he narrates the same story. The Babaji, that I have lots and lots of money. This is the bag full of money. You can keep this money, but give me peace of mind. So again, the Babaji says, I don't need this money, but I will recite a mantra for you in my mind. You just need to close your eyes and you will get peace of mind. So the man says, what is this Babaji saying? I will close my eyes, he will recite mantra, and I will get peace of mind. But he wanted peace of mind. So the Babaji, he follows the Babaji's instructions, and he closes his eyes, and he keeps the bag full of money by his side, and the Babaji starts reciting the mantra in his mind. 1 hour passes, 2 hours passes, 3 hours passes, almost it's sunset now. And when the man who did not have peace of mind, he opens his eyes because he could not hear anything. He was confused. What is this Babaji up to? So when he opens his mind, the Babaji was also not there, and the bag full of money, that was also not there. Now just imagine what would have happened to that man. Any guesses? He actually cried his lungs out. He started crying. He cried. He could not find money anywhere. And then because of frustration, because of irritation, because of tiredness, because he had climbed that mountain, he went to sleep. The next day, when he woke up in the morning, he saw that the bag full of money was just next to him, behind the tree. He was sleeping in front of the tree. The bag full of money was just behind the tree. He opened the bag. He saw the full bag was full of money, the same amount of notes, the same money. And then he hugged his bag and he was like laughing his way out. Then suddenly the Babaji came from the hilltop and he said to the man that then he said, Babaji, what happened? So the Babaji said to the man that basically you had the money, but you did not have the peace of mind. Now do you have peace of mind? So Babaji says, the man says, yes, I have peace of mind now. So now Babaji tells him there are 3 things in life. One is relationship, second is time, and third is money. Till the time you have it, you don't value it. The moment it is taken away from you, then you start valuing it. So the moral of the story is that all of us have money, all of us have time, all of us are into some relationship, but we don't value it till the time we possess it. So please start valuing these 3 attributes: money, time, and relationship. Today's topic is health insurance, which is related to money. I'll just tell you how it is related to money. So I thought, let me start with this short story, and I start this topic of why health insurance, and the topic which we have chosen for today is best time to buy health insurances when you don't need it. Now this is, please understand, this is very, very, very important. Health insurance, generally it's the most you can say ignored topic in our individual lives, because we feel we are all good. We have a healthy lifestyle. I have seen so many case studies, especially during the Corona times and till date, because we've been into this industry from last 15 years. So many, umpty number of stories where we approach or they approach us, and because of small amount of money, they ignore the health insurance part of it, and God forbid if something big happens to them, then they have to dig down into a lot of things which we will just cover up in this presentation. So generally, talking about why health insurance, we will also cover up on the attributes of health insurance shortly, but just try and understand this. So generally, whenever we talk about individuals' lifestyle, so these are few of the expenses which we have: rent, room, meals, car payments, utilities, club dues, and these are some of the variable expenses like entertainment, travel, shopping, medical bills, recreation, so on and so forth. And when we actually talk about needs and wants, so these are few of the things which are our needs: groceries, we pay our rent, we pay the utility bills. These are for some of our wants like going for shopping, vacations. Some of our money goes into savings like emergency fund, children's education, retirement fund, so on and so forth. But in this entire planning, what's the one big missing thing? What can go wrong? And what impact can it bring to all this of your lifestyle? We're going to discuss that. That is medical emergency. It can happen to anybody. You're talking about vehicle accident, it can happen to anybody. Natural calamity, it can happen anywhere, anytime to anybody within the world. Death of the breadwinner, it can happen anytime to anybody. So can we avoid this? I would say partially yes, we can avoid, but not all, but some can be avoided. How? We can increase our savings, basically do lots and lots and lots of savings and create a cushion. But can we protect this savings also? Like we've created a cushion, we by you can say by saving lots and lots of money into stocks, mutual funds, FDs, but can we protect our savings? So how do we protect these savings? These are the 4 Ds, which are death, disease, disaster and disability. So we are going to talk about the disease part of it. So how to protect that? That is the solution, which is called health insurance. And today's main topic is going to be health insurance. I'm going to cover up few attributes, few features which all of you as individuals and family members should consider for yourself and for your family members in terms of choosing health insurance. So generally, when we talk about health insurance coverage, these things come into our mind. That now typically, somebody who's totally unaware as to what a health insurance is. While I understand this group is a educated lot because you belong to the healthcare industry, but just for the benefit of the larger audiences, to cover up what is health insurance. So health insurance covers any hospitalization bills if we are admitted for 24 hours and above. If we are admitted for more than 1 day, then any bill which is occurring, any expenses which has occurred during the hospitalization, it happens on a cashless basis. Now, as per the new IRDA rule, that's the Insurance Regulatory Development Authority, IRDA, that's the regulator for the health insurance, you can say, companies. So they say that any hospital, if it's a planned hospitalization, then you can demand cashless hospitalization, cashless treatment. So hospital bills are covered. Now, because of modern day treatments, like you all are from the healthcare sector, so you understand modern day treatments. Many of the treatments do not require us to get admitted for more than 24 hours. We get admitted in the daytime, get discharged by the evening. So it's called day care procedures. So those are also covered under healthcare or under healthcare insurance or health insurance. So that is day care for us, pre and post. Now, many a times, most of the you can say expenses or major part of the expenses are pre before we actually get hospitalized, because we did not know what's actually cooking up or going on inside our bodies. So we end up spending some money before the hospitalization, and then we get ourselves treated, then we get discharged, and then also the treatment is on beyond the hospitalization. So that is called pre and post hospitalization. Then obviously medicine bills and more, and which I'm just going to cover. So just trying to link the first slide with this, that along with these needs, you'll have to include the insurance in your budget, which many of us don't entertain as a budget. Okay, this is insurance. No, I don't need insurance. I'm healthy. I don't need, it's not fitting my budget. Please understand, we can compromise on our wants and savings, but we cannot compromise on insurance. That is how important insurance is, और हम उसी लिए insurance जरूरी है बोलते हैं. So the peace of mind factor comes in from health insurance, if you buy the right health insurance. Now, just to help you with how to choose the right health insurance, I have just toggled my screen now. Somebody who's the most active member in this entire group, somebody quickly can tell me if my screen is visible. A quick yes will help me start this. Can you see the screen? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So till now, did everybody follow the context which I wanted to set? So next 10 minutes, I'm going to tell you I'm going to walk you through the you can say attributes and the features. But before that, did you understand the context? Why health insurance? A quick 10 yeses will help me get going. a quick 10 yeses from 10 different members. Yes, 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 yes. आप लोगों को समझ में आया अभी तक कॉन्टेक्स्ट के why health insurance? No. Why health insurance? All of us are here. Some confirmations. Like, am I going fast? Am I going slow? Some confirmations will help me get going. Okay, so I think we are a very good audience in terms of being quietly listening. Okay, so anyway, I'm assuming that you are following the presentation. I'm going to cover up bit by bit in terms of how you can actually choose the insurance. So quickly, I've just please don't take this as a direct advice. I'm not trying to promote any particular insurance company here. It's just to give you some comparison. So I've taken say these companies into consideration: Care, ICICI, Neva Bupa, Manipal, Star, Tata, HDFC. While these are not the exhaustive list, but these are few of the names in the industry which we feel as intermediaries, where we are actually doing this from the last 15 years. So we understand which insurance companies are actually paying the claims, which insurance companies are actually providing services, from where you can get better services, so on and so forth. So these are few of the shortlisted, obviously not the exhaustive list, but few of the top chosen names. So first things first, you should know from which company to buy. Then obviously comes that what are the features inside the policy. So you can start buying insurance for your individual self. Then you can include your spouse in case you are married. If you have children, you can include your children. If you have parents, you can include your parents. If you have in-laws, you can include your in-laws as well. So these are the combinations via which you can take a health insurance. I'll repeat again: individual self, with spouse, with parents, with children, with in-laws. These are the combinations via which you can take a health insurance. It is called individual insurance or a floater policy. So some of the, you can say, factors which one should consider while buying insurance, especially health insurance, is room rent. That is one particular thing which is the most important factor, because I assume that the audience today belong to B towns, A towns, C towns, which means metro cities, non-metro cities, very costly cities, where in case, God forbid, if we were to get hospitalized, the room rent should be easily anything between, say, 2, 3, 4,000 rupees going, and there is no upper limit, but easily going between 2, 3, 4,000 going up to 20, 25,000 rupees per day. So that's the kind of room rent we're giving. So that is called accommodation, hospital accommodation. So this feature or this clause one should check in their policies at the time of purchasing the policy. You should check that if room rent, there should not be any room rent capping. So generally, because of say 1,000, 2,000, 500, 1,500 rupees difference, premium difference, you end up compromising a very important feature which is called hospital accommodation. In another simple language, it is called room rent. So generally, the ones which we have covered for you, they do not have any room rent capping. Obviously, you'll have to go on a one-to-one basis with us or your advisor to check whether the policy covers does not have any limitation in terms of the room capping. Pre and post hospitalization, as I made you understand, that one is the cashless treatment which is happening during the hospitalization. One is called pre and the other is called post. So you should choose a policy which covers maximum. Like you can see, there is a policy which covers 30 days and 60 days. Yeah. Is it better? So just now, okay. So what I'm trying to say is that pre and post, how many days prior to your hospitalization and how many days post your hospitalization is covered. So many policies only cover 30 and 60 days. Many policies cover 60 and 180 days. So it's obviously better to choose a plan which has maximum number of days covered. So generally the maximum number of days is 60 and 180. So obviously you can choose the policy based on the pre and post as well. Then many of you can say individuals and their family members may be or must be having some prior diseases, prior illness, prior medical history. It can be it can be, but not restricted to, say, diabetes, obesity, BP, cholesterol, asthma, thyroid, some cataract problem, something, anything to everything. Like, again, you guys are healthcare professionals, so you will know these things better. But even at a tender age of say 25, 30, 35, I see so many people being diagnosed with these diabetes, obesity, BP, cholesterol, so on and so forth. So there are policies now within the health insurance space which helps you to get pre-existing diseases coverage from day one. Like I have written 4 years, 2 years, 3 years. By paying an extra premium of say 1000, 2000 rupees, that depends on your age and depends on the plan which you are taking. So you can choose to take a plan which covers pre-existing diseases from day one. Especially I have been made to understand that this group was earlier given group mediclaim. Generally in group mediclaim, all the pre-existing diseases were covered from day one. So in retail policy, generally whenever you're taking a fresh policy from a, you can say retail, you can say as a retail product, then you'll have to do some waiting in terms of pre-existing disease, but not anymore. Now there are companies, health insurance companies, which provide you coverage from day one even for your pre-existing disease. Obviously there are limitations in terms of if we are having something critical illness like cancer or some heart attack or some very critical illness diagnosed earlier, then that may not be covered. But the normal illnesses which I quoted like BP, sugar and all that stuff, that can be covered from day one. These are called initial year exclusions. So something like cataract, joint replacements, knee replacement, hernia, so on and so forth. They have a waiting period of 1 to 2 years. Some policies have 1 year, some policies 2 years, and there are also policies which do not have any waiting period. So today's scenario is that by paying some extra premiums, by paying some extra money, you can actually get facilities. So you'll have to see how to make maximum use of these things. Maternity benefit, I think most of the young generation, young crowd here would be interested in. Again by default, maternity in any of the health insurance is not covered. But if somebody is looking specifically for maternity benefits, then there are specialized plans which covers maternity after 9 months. As soon as 9 months are over, you get covered. But in case you're already in between your maternity period, then that will not be covered. So there are specialized plans where maternity benefits are also covered. Daycare treatments, I already covered that is there. Ayush benefits is Ayurveda, Unani, Siddha, homeopathy. So now all hospitals which have Ayush treatments, they are covered under the cashless treatment. There is no co-payment. Co-payment means that once you take a policy, so there is no need of you as an individual or your family members need not pay even 1 rupee. So all consumables means, again you guys are much more aware, like gloves, syringe, or some you can say sanitizers or something which are used during the operations or otherwise to take care of the patient. So those are called consumable items. So there are lots and lots of consumable items which are generally not covered. But again, by paying small premium of say 200, 300, 400 rupees, you can actually get covered for the consumables as well. If you want a health checkup, so again there are riders in many policies. Health checkup is included, and many policies you'll have to choose. Initial waiting period means that the first 30 days are cooling off periods, which means that as soon as you take the policy, the first 30 days does not cover you. After 30 days, your actually policy starts. But in case of any accidental incidents, then the policy gets covered from day one after you kick in. No claim bonus means that in case you are taking a claim or you're not taking a claim, your sum insured every year keeps getting increased. So supposedly you're taking a 10 lakh cover, the next year the cover becomes 20 lakhs, then the next year becomes 30 lakhs. So there are policies which actually, if you take a 10 lakh cover, within a time frame of 5 to 6 years, the policy becomes 10 times. So there are policies within, you can say, these examples which I told you, which actually gives you a lot of benefits in terms of the no claim bonus also. So these were few features from the health insurance side. These are the companies which I tried to showcase you. Just quickly moving on. Now I'll actually just want to take a breather here. It's 5 p.m. and I'll probably spare the next 15 minutes for the Q&A section. So I'll try and stop here, and we can take up the question. So you can actually go ahead with the Q&A and I'll take it up from there. So from my side, this was it from the health insurance. What is health insurance? Why health insurance? What are the benefits of health insurance? What are the features which one must look at? Now something extra apart from this, which one should, just 2 minutes before we take up the Q&A section. So few things. Now some confirmations that all of us are here, and actually we are not stuck to our mobile phones, or we are not stuck to our desktops and laptops. Before I tell you some 3-4 things before actually winding up, these are utmost important things to consider as an individual before buying health insurance. I'm going to cover up that, but I need participation. So quickly, some yeses, that do you want those 2, 3, 4 pointers? Okay, great. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. If it was a physical meeting, I would have. If it was a physical seminar, I would have distributed some chocolates to keep you guys excited. But I'm sorry, it's a you can say digital seminar webinar, so I really cannot distribute chocolates to keep you guys on the go. But anyway, so quickly on a serious note, please understand, guys. Before I wrap up this session, it's your valuable time which you have given. Remember the Babaji story: money, time, relationship. So till the time you have it, you don't value it. Once it is taken away from you, you actually start valuing it. So just to cover up few points which you should take into consideration is, okay, मेरे को which health insurance company to tie up with. So that is one. Second is most important, I feel, is from where to buy. Many of us, what we are doing is we are going to digital platforms and buying these insurance policies. We should never ever do this. Why? Because please understand, firstly, we don't require, as I told you, the best time to buy health insurance is when you don't need it. So any which ways you're not going to need it. But God forbid, if you need it, if you require it by any chance, you should have a solid support system who can actually help you in that need of hour. So you should be very particular in terms of from where to buy. Which company to buy, obviously that is important, but from which medium. So there are 2-3 mediums. One is an aggregator, which is an online aggregator. One is a direct company. You can go to the direct company's website and buy. One, you can go to an aggregator, online aggregator, and buy. And third is where you can buy from people like us. We are online plus offline aggregator. So how it helps is, it helps during the claim settlements. It helps during the pre and post. It helps when things get complicated in life. In normal scenarios, you don't need anybody. But when it gets complicated and we don't know the future, so if it gets complicated, you should have a solid backing by a physical advisory firm or a physical advisory broking firm. So that is from where. Apart from that, to be honest, claim settlement ratios and all that stuff, that you should obviously look at, but that is covered by IRDA. IRDA is quite strict and all companies want to settle claims. But at the same time, you should look at their service systems. So many a times they'll make you cry in terms of updating your email IDs, updating your mobile numbers, and especially these online aggregators, each time the customer care number changes, so on and so forth. So these can be lot of hassles on a practical basis when you actually face these problems. So these are few of the factors which we feel you should be very particular. And as I told you, the features in terms of features like restoration feature. Restoration feature is where in case if the policy, like supposedly you're taking a 10 lakh cover and God forbid there is a hospitalization and the 10 lakh gets over, so the policy should restore automatically. That's called automatic recharge, auto recharge. So many insurance companies, they have these features these days, but they come with clauses, and that is where what we are promoting is that all of you on an individual basis and family basis, all those who are interested, because there are umpty number of features which is impossible for us to communicate to you in a short period of time, and I'm sure many of you will be having particular questions, ifs and buts about a particular disease, about a particular condition, about a particular family member, so on and so forth, which we will be happy to entertain on a one-to-one basis. But I'll try my level best in the next 10 minutes if we can cover up the Q&A. So I open the floor for Q&A. I'm done. Thank you so much.